Even if you've seen every episode of The Handmaid's Tale thus far, there's still a lot about this series that you may not know. There are so many secrets, twists, and turns that have gone completely unnoticed over the years, even by huge fans of the series. As an example, did you know Handmaid's Tale has been reimagined not once, not twice, but at least 6 times? Before we get started, be sure to hit that like button and ring the notification bell for more videos. As we're all anxiously awaiting the latest installment of The Handmaid's Tale, it's important to take a look back at the story so far, as well as tons of key details we all may have missed. The series has found a lot of new fans recently, as well as old fans who may have been following Margaret Atwood's books for years. Though, regardless of how long you've been a die-hard fan of Handmaid's Tale, we guarantee that you'll learn something new. Did you know Offred would have escaped at the end of Season 2? Bruce Miller is one of the most important men behind Handmaid's Tale. He has given the show a completely new direction, helping it to be the massive success that it is today. This man has been in the writing business for more years than some of us have been alive, and he's helped to give Handmaid's Tale a breath of fresh air, setting it apart from the various other remakes that have popped up over the years. He spoke with US Weekly and said that the series could have taken a much different direction if he wasn't willing to stand up for himself and the show and put his foot down at the end of Season 2. According to Bruce, he says that Offred's final decision to stay behind in Gilly kept the writing room at a standstill for more than 4 months, as they all had different beliefs about whether she should stay or go. He said, quote, "It was an argument we had in the writer's room for 4 months, just as passionately, probably more so. She's coming back with an active, positive agenda. She wants to do something. You don't stay back not to do something." Did you know this isn't the first remake of Handmaid's Tale? Considering the political climate across the world right now, it makes sense that Handmaid's Tale has become a massive success for Hulu. The show touches on all the right notes concerning female empowerment and how women have been oppressed throughout the years. The show delivers a message of hope while staying true to the original darkness and despair of the original novel. It would make sense that many of us didn't expect the show to be the massive success that it is, but it seems like this new adaptation of Handmaid's Tale is here to stay. According to countless resources online, Handmaid's Tale has been adapted at least 6 times over the years, with some people claiming that a total of 10 adaptations are out there somewhere. The book was originally turned into a film back in 1990. The film was not very successful, and that's putting it lightly. It was developed by Cinecom Pictures, a company that's now defunct. The film had a budget of $13 million, but it only managed to recoup about $4.9 million at the box office, meaning the production company lost over $7 million from the movie. Though in 2000, the series was reimagined as an opera. I have to admit, the opera of Handmaid's Tale sounds amazing, though it only ran for a short time before being retired, as is true with most operas. It was also recreated as a radio drama, both in 2000 and 2002, but considering the format of radio dramas had already died off at that point, it makes sense that most of us have never heard of the radio series until now. By 2013, the series had been adapted into a ballet, but the real star of the show would not come until the late 2010s, when Handmaid's Tale was reinvented by Hulu to be the incredible show that it is today. A graphic novel was also released in 2019, hot on the heels of the television show's success. Did you know Handmaid's Tale is filmed in Canada? While everyone in the show wants to escape to Canada, they all technically already live there. Sort of. At the very least, they filmed there. The show takes place in the former United States, but it seems like the showrunners couldn't find an ample place to film. So, instead of making things work, they moved production to Canada. Even though the show features all sorts of tidbits about American history and several American history icons, it's filmed solely in Canada. As a side note, did you know that the book was originally going to be titled Offred? Thankfully, Margaret decided against this. I can't imagine how quickly the book would have been buried in libraries and bookstores if it had been titled Offred. The Handmaid's Tale is a much more elegant name and really sets the tone for the story. Margaret says that she decided to change the name so that it would seem more reminiscent of Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales, of which she was a big fan. June's name is never mentioned in the original book. It may shock you to learn that June's name was not given to her by Margaret. or at the least, it was never stated in the book. In keeping with the oppressive tones of the story, June's name was kept a secret from the reader. Offred's name is hinted at all throughout the book, but never openly stated. The New York Times reached out to Margaret about her decision to keep June's name a secret. She says, quote, "So many people throughout history have had their names changed or have simply disappeared from view. Some have deduced that Offred's real name is June, since, of all the names whispered among the handmaids in the gymnasium dormitory, June is the only one that never appears again. That was not my original thought, but it fits, so readers are welcome to it if they wish." Offred's ear tag. To keep up with all of the women, the men have given each of them numbered ear tags. This is one of the most disgusting and shocking parts of the beginning of the series. The women are herded around like cattle and are treated as such, being given nothing more than a number as identification. If you pay very close attention to the show, you may notice that June's ear tag has a small Easter egg from the original book. She was given the tag number 1985, the same year that the book was released. Getting shot did not cause Serena to become infertile. As you can expect, sometimes fans can concoct theories that are not based on reality. It can be easy to misinterpret a show or simply run with your own thoughts or ideas about how certain things came about. This is true in The Handmaid's Tale as well. If you've been reading about the show online, you've probably heard a thing or two about why Serena's character cannot have children. Loads of people point to a flashback that saw Serena being shot at while giving a speech. Considering how traumatic this must have been, some fans came up with the idea that a part of the bullet could have affected her reproductive organs. Though, this isn't true at all. According to Bruce Miller, the mastermind behind this operation, Serena was sterile long before she gave her infamous speech. He says that this was a trait she has carried with her for most of her life, and that the gunshot had nothing to do with it. It's easy to understand how this could have been mistaken by fans, but now I want to know more about Serena and what causes her infertility. Maybe in a future season. No matter how many times you watch The Handmaid's Tale, there will always be new stuff to learn about the characters that you may have missed or just glossed over before. This show is surprisingly in-depth and is beautifully written. The writers have made sure to include hundreds of Easter eggs that tie the series back to the original book, so keep an eye out for more little nuances like this as the season comes out in a few months. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and ring the notification bell for more videos.